In the 21st century, as Earth struggled with the growing problem of overpopulation, a group of Japanese scientists came up with a bold plan to colonize Mars. Their goal was to make the red planet warmer and livable. They started a project called terraforming, sending moss and cockroaches to Mars. Because these species can survive in harsh conditions, the scientists hoped they would trigger a greenhouse effect and slowly raise the planet's temperature. 500 years later, we meet a couple, Komachi and En, running from the police after being convicted of murder. When they are finally caught, they are taken to a government officer named Konda. He has been tasked with wiping out the cockroach population on Mars to prepare it for humans. To get the job done, Konda is recruiting dangerous people from around the world, criminals and terrorists, offering them a full pardon and a huge payment if they succeed. Komachi and En are given the same choice and accept, knowing their only other option is life in prison. After training, the team of criminals boards a spaceship called Bugs 2 and heads to Mars. When they land, they are shocked to see the planet is no longer red but green, proof that the terraforming has worked. Captain Tashima releases a roach bomb, a pesticide meant to wipe out the insects, and then divides the crew into smaller groups to explore. As the crew roams the Martian surface, they find no dead cockroaches at first. Suddenly, Komachi and En come face to face with a huge human-shaped roach. Fear runs through them. Komachi nervously says a shaky hello, but the creature bolts forward at lightning speed and snaps En's neck in an instant. Komachi screams in horror as the monster disappears. The rest of the team rushes back and shares similar encounters, including one of their own, Miki, who has been killed. Furious, they confront the captain, insisting they were told they'd be fighting ordinary cockroaches. The captain explains the truth. These giant creatures are the cockroaches. Over 500 years, the intense radiation and freezing temperatures of Mars, around -50 degrees Celsius, forced them to evolve incredibly fast, turning them into these super strong beings. They realized Konda tricked them into thinking the mission was simple pest control. Just then, Konda appears as a hologram, mocking them and calling them Earth's trash, sent to clean Mars's trash. Enraged, Komachi tries to punch him, only to swing at empty air. To give the team a fighting chance, the captain hands out special DNA injections. These shots can give each crew member abilities taken from different insects, allowing them to fight the monstrous roaches. But there's a catch. The only power lasts a few minutes unless the injection is used again. Taija bursts out laughing like a maniac, finding the chaos exciting. Godly steps up first, eager to fight the roaches so he can return to Earth quickly and use his new powers to spread terror. Stepping onto the Martian surface, he injects the DNA serum. When a giant roach appears, his body mutates into a beetle-like creature and he clashes with the monster at equal speed and strength. The roach refuses to fall. Godly then unleashes fire from his hands and scorches it, thinking he's won. But the creature recovers fast and brutally kills him. Suddenly, a huge cockroach climbs onto the ship's clear outer shell. The crew feels safe, believing the bulletproof glass will hold, until the roach smashes through and leaps inside, killing 2 crew members instantly. Captain Tashima takes action. He injects the DNA serum, transforms into a rare type of ant, and kills the invader with a single precise strike. But their relief fades when they spot an entire swarm of cockroaches crawling toward the ship. Panicking, they try to launch back to Earth, but a system error stops the spacecraft. Their only hope now is to reach Bugs 1's ship, which landed on Mars 10 years earlier, and salvage its parts to repair Bugs 2. Captain Dojima and Ichiro stay behind to hold off the swarm while the others ride a Mars rover toward Bugs 1. Taija injects the serum, transforms into a powerful beetle, and perches on the rover's back. He shoots flames behind them to speed the vehicle and burn any roaches in their path. Before long, a massive wave of cockroaches blocks their way. Mina pushes the rover straight through as Taija blasts fire, crushing countless roaches against the windows. They break through and shear, until they see a second, even bigger wave ahead. The women fear Tasia won't survive this time. After injecting themselves with DNA serum, they shield him from the swarm as he fires more flames to propel the rover. They burst through, but the vehicle flips and crashes, throwing everyone out while it keeps rolling on autopilot. Surrounded by the relentless creatures, 3 of them are killed without mercy. Meanwhile, back on Bugs 2, as roaches pour inside, Ichiro mutates into a sleeping Kuranimid, a life form that can survive without oxygen and wake with only a drop of water. Ichiro blocks the roach's view by covering the ship's clear dome, crushing a few near the entrance before cutting off the oxygen supply. The lack of air makes the invading roaches suffocate and die. Meanwhile, the remaining crew in the rover finally reaches Bugs 1. 2 members stay outside to guard, while 3 head inside. They power up the old spacecraft and are shocked to see it is already sending signals back to Earth. Gunfire suddenly echoes outside. They rush out to find both guards dead, killed by roaches. To their horror, the cockroaches have grown smarter and built advanced weapons, including guns, by copying humans. The trio quickly injects the DNA serum, transforming into deadly insect hybrids and slice through the attackers with ease. Elsewhere, a cockroach is speaking to Konda on a communicator. It can talk like a human and reports that everything is going as planned. Konda warns it to avoid Kamachi if he transforms, calling Kamachi's insect form dangerously violent. The talking roach returns to Bugs 2 and restarts the oxygen, but suddenly its body is cut clean in half. Miki steps out from inside it. She had never died. She used her powers to control the roach's minds, making them fight each other. In a shocking twist, Miki shoots Captain Dojima and revives Ichiro by sprinkling water on him. It's revealed that Miki and Ichiro had been working with Konda the entire time. Their real mission is to bring a cockroach egg back to Earth so Konda can study its rapid evolution and create a super mutant army for Japan, an army deadlier than any nuclear weapon. As Miki and Ichiro launch toward Earth with the egg, it hatches, revealing 2 giant roaches inside. Miki injects more serum, activates her insect powers, and tries to control them by stabbing her sharp nails into their brains. But the roaches have evolved again. Immune to her control, they tear her apart. The 2 creatures let out an ear-piercing cry, summoning their kin. Across Mars, countless cockroaches sprout wings and swarm toward the spacecraft, causing it to crash back to the surface. Now only 3 human survivors remain on the planet, facing millions of deadly roaches. They inject themselves with the DNA serum, and a brutal battle begins. Humans with insect powers fighting an unstoppable cockroach army. The team cuts down countless roaches with ease. Jim faces the strongest one while Osako rushes to help but is savagely killed by the powerful creature. Driven by desperation, Jim injects the DNA serum again, growing stronger and mowing down wave after wave of giant roaches. Creating even more power, he injects a 3rd time, sprouting wings and slicing through the insects mid-air. But when he takes a 4th dose, his body gives out and he collapses as a massive roach moves in to finish him. Before the creature can strike, Kamachi leaps in and lands a crushing punch, but the roach doesn't even flinch. It snaps Kamachi's nail and hurls him aside. As the monster closes in, a sudden angelic light appears in the sky, stunning everyone. The roaches hesitate, confused. Kamachi realizes it's his girlfriend En, somehow alive and transformed into a glowing silk moth. She scatters sparkling dust over the swarm, enraging them. One roach fires a shot, igniting a fiery explosion. The dust is explosive. Knowing what she intended, Shim grabs Kamachi and flies them both clear just before the blast. En dies once more in the flames, her sacrifice leaving Kamachi heartbroken. Back on the ground, Kamachi sees that Jim has fully transformed into an insect from the heavy doses of serum. With his final breath, Jim makes Kamachi promise to survive and return to Mars. The cockroach leader and a few survivors charge forward. Overcome with rage from losing his best friend and the woman he loved, Kamachi lands a devastating punch on the leader, knocking him unconscious. Yet, for reasons even he can't explain, Kamachi spares the creature's life. Returning to the spacecraft, Kamachi unexpectedly finds Ichiro alive after the crash. Kamachi points a gun at him, ready to kill him for his betrayal, but Ichiro fires past him instead, killing a roach sneaking up from behind. Setting aside their conflict, the two men board a small escape pod built for only two. As they launch, the swarm of roaches prepares to attack, but the cockroach leader holds them back, honoring the mercy Kamachi showed him. Meanwhile, on Earth, Konda learns that Kamachi has broadcast all the Mars footage, exposing the mission to the world. To protect the government, another official tries to kill Konda, but Konda stops the bullet with his powers and sends a hornet that sprays a deadly purple toxin, killing her instantly. Inside the escape pod, Kamachi tells Ichiro that when they land, he will build graves for En and all their fallen teammates, and then return to Mars. And that's where the story ends. Subscribe for more amazing recaps.